Hey guys, it's me Simone, and I'm going to show you guys this journal and talk about what this journal is. So let's get started. So this is my junk journal scrapbook. If you follow me on Instagram, I've shown this a couple times. I'll link my Instagram in the description bar below for you guys. I have been really loving this book lately. I made this book almost like a junk journal that I make, and I made it for art journaling purposes because I have one already here. And in here is just a bunch of random papers and scrapbook papers and cardstock and book text and all kinds of stuff I use in here, and I just art journal over it and just have fun with that. I'm doing a couple parts of this video, so some of the pages in here. And so that's what's in there. And I made this book kind of for the same thing, but a different size. This is A5, and this is like the pages in here like for, you know, like around close like 4 and some change by maybe 7. So I like the pages in here a little better because they're much bigger. These are nice too. I like these. They're just a little smaller. And so I really want to do some more junk journal like making without the having to trim the paper down too much. So I made this book, and this book has a very complicated like reason why I use this book for. It's gonna sound kind of crazy. I've been trying to make this video and explain it. What does it sound like? You know, oh, I don't want to do that anymore, you know, just kind of complaining. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but I love making junk journals. I've done them a couple times and swapped them out in different like groups I've been a part of, and I love using book covers. And this book I'm using that I took a while back is On Borrowed Time by Leonard Mosley. I did a lot of taking books apart for art journals and things like that, and my friends would literally like, get books for me and hand it to me as gifts and stuff. So I found these two. I found actually two. I have this one here, and then I used this one because I wanted a bigger size. I found these books, this book cover, just in one of my bookcases in my art room, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was here. So I used this, and I just stitched it, and then there's like some duct tape here to cover where I read the papers out of. But what I use this for basically is like a junk journal, scrapbook journaling thing. So I scrapbook in here and do some like journaling with ephemera, and that's basically what this does. It keeps all the ephemera and extra photos I have from scrapbooking or just life in general that I want to keep the memories of. So sometimes I have extra photos or photos I just don't want to use. You know, you have a story in some photos, but just you don't feel like using them, and I want to use them still, but I don't want to scrapbook them. But I don't want to throw them away. So I want to keep the memories of why I took these photos in the first place. So I put them in here. Instead of throwing them away, I put them in here. Any messed up photos, like my too blurry or whatever, I can still tell the stories in here, and it's not like you flip through my scrapbook and you're like, oh, that photo was blurry, Simone. Why did you put that in here? Because you know some people look at your scrapbook and they kind of pry an eye sometimes. We know those people in there. So I feel this is more of like a nonchalant approach. You don't expect everything in here to look pretty perfect, because, well, if you look at the pages I'm using, they're not perfect. There's random pages in here, so you would expect it to look a little bit random. And then I like the size, even though it's just like a ephemera extra scrapbook journal that I'm using, it just fits on your shelf, and you know, no one knows, oh, that's a, you know, junk journal book that you made or something like that. It's just a little more nonchalant. I mean, they might know this because there's like these weird stitching over the title and stuff, but if you didn't let your stitching show through, if you did a different method, it's just, I think it's really nice to have a book like this. So I put in all kinds of stuff, extra photos, tidbits, pictures, notes I was given at college or school, photos that messed up, parking passes, envelopes, letters, wrapping of food I ate, just whatever. And then it has a story. This is something I ate at the fair that I loved, the first divider I ever made for my planner that I wanted to keep. I had to cover that. It has some information in the back. Some distress stains I purchased and wanted to keep the colors. I have like a couple pages that here's that page here, and this has my receipt on it. And yeah, it has a stamp on it, but I actually didn't stamp on that. I stamped right here, and it just transferred over since it's touching. So these are the first distress stains I ever got. And I wanted to document the colors I got, so I have those here. And journaling in my receipt. And I like that I can just kind of throw things in here and tell my story and not have like any pressure in a sense. Not pressure, but just I can just do it like just nonchalant. I don't have to really, I don't think too much. Just push it down, glue it down, and just whatever. And I like this method of using up my scraps, of course, and keeping ephemera pieces in here, and they still look cute, and they're not just like thrown randomly or awkwardly on my scrapbook page because I want to keep them. And it's just fun. I use things I would never thought of using, like this paper bag. I've never seen people use a brown paper bag in their junk journals before, or just scrapbook paper, cardstock that's been cut down, magazine paper I have in here. I have tons of paper in here, just magazine, cardstock, regular printer paper, painted paper that I just painted on, extra paint I was using, and manila envelopes, manila file folders, envelopes, composition notebook paper, that paper, I forgot the name already. Yeah, I'm forgetting the name of the paper. And just all kinds of stuff in here. And I just put some extra paint in here sometimes, or I'll purposely go in through here and paint some paper if I want to. And just have kind of like just, I say not have fun. I have fun scrapbooking, but just throw things in and journal them later on and just de-stress kind of in a sense. And it's not this big 12 by 12 layout that I'm doing. It's more of a smaller, approachable thing. I could take this on the go with me and still scrapbook like I want to the smaller stories, or keep my ephemera bits or stuff that I collect during my journeys or whatever, and not have to carry this big old 12 by 12 album and the glue gun that I have, like, you know, carry my glue gun with me and an iris container paper and scissors and things like that. This is just more nonchalant. So a lot of things go in here, blurry photos and bits, pieces, and I just really enjoy the process of doing this. It's really relaxing. I do enjoy it a lot, just to have fun, sit down and just still scrapbook, but in a different manner, and be able to use some of my scraps up, because, you know, I hate throwing things away, as all of us crafters do. We just like to, you know, hoard things. So this does not replace anything. I still scrapbook 12 by 12. I need to print some more photos though, but I still do that. I still journal in my actual like writing journal. So, and I do art journaling and everything. It doesn't really take anything away. It just adds to it, so I can just do more fun stuff. I just really been enjoying working in here, and I was sick lately, and I just had like this in a couple of my little it's not close to me. I have a bag, a couple bags actually, of goodies I use to work in here. So like, here's one of them. And here's the other one. I need to go back and, sorry, move my light. So these are some of the journals I have here. The journals, bags I use to put my stuff in for this journal or whatever. I don't care. This journal, or like my other documenting journal that I use. And I just reach for these, and this just has a bunch of stuff in it I like to use in here, like stickers and glue, pins, whatever I really would need besides like stamps and things. So I want to show you guys what I've done. If you're interested in seeing me make a video of how to make something like this, I would love to. The way I did it, I just did it really messy. Like, I even did this stitching messy. Like, there's some of these signatures have 4 holes, some have 5. I didn't really care too much. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. But if you really want to see me do a process video on how to make this, I will. I did make a process video on how to make this junk journal, which It's not 100% similar. Like, it's somewhat similar. It has different pages in it, but it's pretty close to the same thing. But if you want to, I can. There's not too much anything here special. There's no envelopes or anything here. And this was really alligatoring because, like, the things I have in it, the books are already pulling. And this is going to alligator for sure. I'm only in, like, the first 2 or 3 signatures. I have 4 signatures in here with who knows how many paper in each signature. So, who knows? I'm pretty sure it's going to get really big and be like that. But, you know, it's going to, like, bow like this by the time I'm finished with it. But who knows? But, if you want to see that video of me making this, I would love to. If you want to see what's in my 2 bags to show you that I use for this journaling and another journaling I do, I would love to do that. Just like this video or comment below that you want to see me do that, and I would love to. I hope this inspired you guys to make your own little, like, junk journal, scrapbook, and ephemera holder. And have a nice day. Get crafty, guys. Bye.